A very good morning and welcome back to Havana Media. My name is Boniface Awino, and as usual, I'm going to be your host for today. And once again, I've been joined by great gentlemen here. I think there was a time that we had both of them, whereby one of them was talking about the issue with the snake. And today he has also come up with another narrative of
testing 1 million,
which is good. And every day we learn new things. Now we've learned 2 new things from him. His name is Dan, and also we have Professor. We all know them, but I just want to give them time to at least say 1, 2 things before we jump into our discussion. Mr. Dan, welcome.
Thank you once more. I'm happy to be here again. Dan Lukorito is my name. And the 1 million issue, maybe we'll comment later. But I want to take this opportunity to quickly pass my condolences to our comrade, Dr. Willie Mutunga. We got news that he lost his son this morning. Pole sana, Daktari, if you are watching, we are condoling with you.
Okay, Prof.
Yeah, myself, I'm Professor Fred Ogola. I'm a governance expert, economist and strategist. I, of course, our condolences to the former CJ and the entire family. May God console them. And we also want to thank our viewers who are viewing, because this show can't go anywhere if you are not here. It does not matter what we are, whether I'm a professor or not, but if there's no one watching, no one will even wake up to actually share with you. So we are on serious civic education, because this is what the country wants. Thank you.
Yeah. Now, those are the gentlemen that we have them here, but also as Havana Media, we are sending our condolences to the former CJ's family for the loss of his son. Now, I just want us to jump directly to our discussion, because we have a lot of things to do, and we also have minimum time, and because these gentlemen here are very busy. We have Professor is very busy. He wants to rush somewhere, and also Dan is also a businessman too. You didn't say that. He's doing a lot of things. So I just wanted to take some one hour of their time before they go back to their normal duty. Now, Mr. Dan, let us start by talking about this issue of the impeachment. Because now, that is where now a lot of things are measuring into. I just want to give you time to talk about it, and then we also give Professor to say something. Yesterday, I had Boni Halwale. It's trying to educate the people of Western, for the people that are living the up-country people, the process of the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua. And he was telling them that being that the parliament made a decision that they've impeached Rigathi Gachagua, that was not final. Now, what the members of parliament were doing, they were trying to accuse Rigathi Gachagua, and then after accusing Rigathi Gachagua, now they're taking the case now to the person who's going to handle it.
Pilot now.
Now the pilot, not the Senate. So what he was trying to say is that what will happen is that now these 2 bodies will be called. That is Rigathi Gachagua and his team, together with the members of parliament, who are going to represent the whole team now to the Senate. That will happen on 16th and 17th. Now from there, now after hearing the case, that is where now the Senate will take a decision whether Rigathi Gachagua needs to be impeached or not. But what the members of parliament were doing, if it ends there, it means that there is nothing that Rigathi Gachagua's impeachment. What is your take concerning this issue of members of parliament saying that they've impeached Rigathi Gachagua, and now they are going to take the case now to the pilot?
First, I want to say I'm a very proud Kenyan, because at least we are seeing the real test of our Constitution 2010 working, and looking at what happened in Parliament last week, and as it transits to the Senate this week. Actually, the main job of the Senate is to fire either the president or the deputy president or the governor, deputy governor, and so on. And that is why all the cases end up there. So my comment would be, it is a good thing that it is happening. But the question is, are we getting it right? The fact that Boni Halwale was trying to educate the people yesterday is also a good thing, but I think it has already been overtaken by events. Don't you think that should have been part of the public participation that was to happen? I'm just asking a question. Because there is a process, and remember, Rigathi is already prepared to go to court. What will be the outcome of this? My quick comment on that is whether Rigathi goes to court or not, If he's impeached, he's impeached. He has already lost the confidence of his boss. If I lose the confidence of my boss, it doesn't matter what I do. Even if I stay in that office, I can stay there and my boss decides to frustrate me. There is nothing I can do. So maybe he just wants to be listened to and to leave a mark. But that impeachment is as good as done.
Don't you think during the time that Rigathi Gachagua was called a press, that is I think on 8th, before his case, before the impeachment on 9th, Rigathi Gachagua tried to educate or tried to explain himself to Kenya because he was not given time. He was not given that opportunity to explain exactly what is the reason why he's going to be impeached. He explained a lot of things concerning the issue of the shareholding and all that. Don't you think that this issue of impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua has got something else behind it?
First, on the issue of him addressing the press before, I think that he was building a case because he knew this matter would end up in court anyway. So he was trying to build a case by showing the public that, look here, they have refused to call me to defend myself, so I've come to you people so that you help me defend myself. Remember my analogy about the snake? Yes. I want to come back there.
Okay.
When Rigathi was bitten by this snake, he managed to wrestle it and throw it back to the people. Yeah, and in this case, I'm not referring to anybody as a snake. I'm just using it as an analogy. So is it possible that Rigathi thought maybe if I go back to the public, they'll defend me? Or if I take this man to the public will deal with him? Let me quickly mention on some of the discussions that are happening underground, especially in Central. You know, the one thing with Central people is that they are very silent when they are planning. You might not know what is happening. But as late as last night, there were not new, of course, redone the old, what do they call? Mau Mau songs. The Mau Mau songs are being sung now. These are the songs that were sung when people were fighting for independence. What does it tell you? I was talking to a friend from down there, and one of the things she told me is that we people from Central are organizing ourselves. And this time round, if Raila makes a mistake of running for president, we will vote for him and Ruto will lose. I don't know how serious that would be, but maybe that is a subject for discussion again.
So, Prof, you as a governance expert, do you think what Boni Halwala is trying to do, because what he's doing, just like Dan have said, they could have done it during the public participation. And right now they're coming up, they're trying to educate Kenyans that the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua is not as people think, or is not what people think it is.
Yeah, first of all, thank you very much for that question. You know, what is important is that people need to know that there is a precedence being done which has never happened before in Kenya. So in as much as people are saying they are doing civic education, they are doing civic education what they have not gone through. Boni Halwala has never impeached any deputy president. So senators are learning as also we are learning. So let's accept that, because when you know the truth will set you free. Senate people speaking, and some senators are speaking differently. They don't even know what the court can do if they impeach it that way or that way. Like now there was a question whereby should we have all the senators voting, including the ones that were the nominated ones? Or only the elected ones? Because Parliament did both. Should that be the case? What are the threshold for impeachable offenses? Remember, Supreme Court surprised people in 2022 with the ruling against BBI. The lawyers who thought they knew nothing. Also remember the discussion which is taking place in the media, whereby the lead counsel for Gachagua, Paul Mwite, has said that it is not about the numbers in Parliament. It's about the sovereign power of the people. And though people would wish that away, we have not tested it to know whether that sovereign power of the people can work.
Can work or not.
Because if the court says that these people were elected on a ticket, one ticket, they either stand together or fall together. People said, Kufa Makanga, Kufa Dereva. Now, the public participation which took place, how much of that is going to be used in the impeachment process of Gachagua. If people said Kufa Makanga, Kufa driver, and that was what was resonating throughout the country.
Yeah.
And Kufa mechanic.
Kufa mechanic. Kulikuwa na other people were supposed to die, but we leave it there. The list was longer than that.
Yeah.
So if at all that's what the court will use, so we do not know. When I was doing my studies, we were told that to know that you don't know is to know. And if you don't know that you don't know, you'll never know that you don't know. Therefore, you'll never know that you don't know, and therefore you'll never know. And that means that you are condemned to perpetual ignorance. It's only the person who knows they don't know that search for the truth. That's why Socrates says that I know that I don't know. I'm intelligent or wise because I know that I don't know. Yeah. So, do all senators know the law? Do they know that this law has limits? Do they know it has never been tested? So, neither here nor there. But let me just try to canvass a few issues here. My concern is the accusation against Gachagua, are they impeachable offenses? And as someone who has knowledge in law, but a governance expert, we know that they are not, because when someone says you stole 5.2 billion shillings, that's a criminal offense. Should be tried in court. Can Parliament become court? No. Parliament's legislature, they should make law. Parliament should do oversight. They should do lawmaking, isn't it? And they should also do representation. Yeah. So whatever they are saying in Parliament or Senate, they should be talking about what people should be saying, because they are the one representing the people. Yeah. So if Boni Alwale is now the one educating people, who should be listening to? He is doing the opposite of what he should be doing. He should be listening to the people. What do the people want? Then using his legal mind, go and do it. No, the people don't understand the jargon of all voting, all standing orders. That is not their business. You should tell them, you should ask the people of Bungoma, what do you guys want? Then if they say, go and impeach Gachagua, go and do it. Because instead of standing to tell people that, mimi nitaenda huko, then I'll decide whether those things are working or no. No. You are supposed to ask the people, what do you want? People do not want to know this jargon, those legal things. No. People should be very concerned about many things. Yeah. Do they want Gachagua or not? Do they want Gachagua to go alone or plus William Ruto? Do they want Gachagua to stay, William Ruto to go? Those are the questions you should be asking. Then go and represent the people's voices. So after Boni Alwale has done civic education to the people, what he's going to do? Is he going to do what he thinks or what the people thinks? Did he listen to what people want? So the offenses against Gachagua are not impeachable. So, and public participation has not been done properly. At the same time, we know it, and I'm sure that this is very clear, that apart from the public participation not being done properly, apart from the issue of having impeachable offenses, the procedure for impeaching any deputy president, so the issue of public participation has not been done. And I was saying that public participation cannot be done one-sided. The sovereign power belongs to the people. So when you go to the people with one-sided story, why Gachagua needs to go, you should also go with the reason why Gachagua should not go. The people, the Gachagua was not given a chance to also give a counter opinion on why he needs not to go. They did not have, 44 MPs who voted no. They never got a chance to present papers on why Gachagua doesn't have to go. Yeah. So you cannot go before a judge when you have one-sided opinion. The judge is the people. That's the people with the sovereign power. These people are representing the judge. You understand me? Yeah. Boni, I know that you have some religious affiliations and have ever done a counseling for a couple that is disagreeing?
I'm not married, so it's hard to do a counseling.
No, you can still do.
Yeah. But I've done for friends. For a friend.
Counseling who are not married. You've done for a friend. Yeah. Did you hear that when the first one of the couple began their story on why the other couple is bad,
you feel like the other person is
that this guy is alright, that guy is a devil. When this other person starts talking, now you wonder who is the devil, where is Jesus, and you are lost in translation. So when this MP went with the one narrative, Gachagua looked like a devil. But when I saw Gachagua in Parliament, Gachagua looked less devil than he was bedeviled. Look at one thing he said. The shareholder story. I only said it. I didn't sign it. Imagine it was a shame for Parliament where the speaker sitting being told you signed the shareholder agreement. Now you're impeaching me based on a shareholder agreement.
But I did not sign. You are among the people who signed.
And what is signed has evidence. When he says, you can say, when I say shareholder, I meant this, I meant that. On Thursday, Gachagua will appear before the Speaker of the Senate. Kingi, who signed the shareholder agreement. Gachagua didn't sign.
And who is a beneficiary of the same.
Now let me tell you, how can a confirmed criminal try a suspected criminal? This is confirmed because he signed. Gachagua is being suspected of being a criminal, yet the confirmed criminal is the one presiding over
his
the impeachment of
his crucifixion.
Is the same way William Ruto is presiding over Gachagua's impeachment, yet he has more impeachable offenses
than
Gachagua, if at all. But tell me, and I told you, kama maji ya Gachagua imetokota sasa,
inamaanisha kwamba ya Ruto ilitokota kitambo, imemwagika.
Na kama ya William Ruto haijatokota,
basi ya Gachagua hata hajaanza kuchemka,
ni barafu. So we need to be fair. You know, there's what you call the fairness. I'm not Gachagua's friend. In any case, I don't even support him. I don't even subscribe to his ideologies. But the fact that you do not subscribe to his ideologies, or that you don't like him, or that he has not come from your village, doesn't mean that he becomes a bad person.
True.
You understand?
I understand.
Gachagua is bad for other things, but not bad for what he's being accused for. According to me, the problem I have with Gachagua is that he lacks some leadership attributes which are needed for the 21st century. But the accusation he's going through are just unfair travel. And I want to tell the Senate, be mature enough. Do you know why the Senate is called the upper house?
Because they are, let me say they're mature, they understand.
They need to be more mature.
And most of them are lawyers,
Yes. So we don't need them to behave like members of parliament who are called tugege.
The tugeges.
You know what tugege means?
Noisemakers.
No, tugege means to have many people, but no ability to think. You see, you know, tugege means that you can have majority. Like now, William Ruto has majority in parliament, but they have no majority of thinking. They'll have minority in thinking. So you can go to the Senate and find, is the Senate going to be the one which are level-headed, who will look at this thing critically and use reason, use logic, and don't use hatred. Don't use newspaper stories and
the things that we
just go
talk,
there and think critically and make a decision. Because the history says that in the upper houses in Europe, for example, also there are senates in Europe, there are senates in the US, they're the ones who have always averted an impeachment against a president or deputy president or any other leader because they reason more. Senate should not claim that they can be bribed because the senators should be people who have made it. For example, if you go to the US, John McCain was a senator. He is a wealthy man. Dick Cheney was a senator. Those are very well-thinking people. John Kerry, who was running for president, was a senator. Obama was a senator. How can you bribe such like people?
You can, because they have money.
Do we have equivalents of those people in this Senate here? Or we have people who are just tugege, isn't it? They are in the upper house. Actually, they should be in the lower house. Remember, in the Bible says Jesus had his dinner in the upper house.
In the upper house.
Isn't it? So this upper house is an elevated house. Can the Senate look more elevated away from the National Assembly who thinks of their stomach, the tumbocrats? Are they going to look like MPs? So this is a very big litmus test for the Senate.